everybody, and welcome back to AGP. As always, I am your host. I'm the owner-operator of AGP. I am Amanda Gilliam, and today we're having another creator podcast. This is a good friend of mine. He is absolutely wonderful. He's such a sweetheart and has some of the best independent comics out there. I want you all to give a warm welcome to my buddy, Lee Xopher.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hey, Lee. How's it doing?
I'm good. Like I was saying, I've been busy, but I think that's why I'm here.
I was going back through everything. Do you realize it's been almost exactly a year since we did an alter ego?
Yes. I was planning on doing these once a year. This was a little bit, I was able to get it done a little bit earlier, and I wanted to get it out a little bit earlier. So I think it's something like 9 or 10 months.
Last one was on 10/10. This one's on 9/3.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
Look, man, I got playlists. I can find things very easily.
I believe it.
This guy looks kind of suave and debonair. Kind of reminds me of somebody I know. I don't know if you know him. His name's Lee. Kind of looks familiar to him.
I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I was like, that's his haircut. Wait a minute. So, of course, you have a video on your Kickstarter that tells us about this.
I do, yeah.
So I think we should play it.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Oh, hold on. Did it? Hold on, did it? It didn't do the... I hate it when it does that to me. There we go. Share the audio. There we go.
There you go.
When it does that.
Hey Kickstarter, Lee Xopher here, and we're talking Alter Ego number 3, Block.
It's been 15 years since the first superhero, Hero Prime, made his public debut. Today, we powered in a video called Sparkling, a common fact of everyday life. Our story follows Sue, a woman with no powers, after she has abandoned her dream of saving the world, and instead of saving to hide away from it. The world, however, might just have other plans for her. Alter Ego number 3, Block, is a full-color, 28-page superhero comic, written and illustrated by yours truly. This is the third issue of the comic series that explores the desire to have a secret identity when oversharing that which makes people special has become normal. In this chapter, we see Sue's latest attempt to be a hero fail spectacularly, and discover how it affects both her life and the lives of the people close to her. The Kickstarters for issues 1 and 2 were both great successes, and I need your support to get issue 3 printed and out into the world. If you're new to the world of Alter Ego, you're in luck, because the first 2 issues are also available through this campaign. I have some great rewards for you guys, including variant covers, trading cards, and a whole bunch of original art. Best of all the artwork is complete and ready to go, aside from any commissions that are ordered. Thanks for checking out my Kickstarter, and I hope you'll consider backing Alter Ego number 3, Block. I am pumped to continue this story, and I can't do it without your help.
Don't worry, you have my help. Oh, come on. I told you how much of a fan I was of the first 2 issues.
Oh, yeah,
I absolutely loved and adored them.
Yeah,
and I honestly can't wait to get 3.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it out there. It's been a lot of fun. You know, I have the entire thing written. I had the entire thing written before I started doing any artwork on it. So it seems like it's been a long time in the works, and I'm glad that it's out there, and I'm excited to get every issue out there as I complete them.
Even though you now have a job, you need to let me know when the Kickstarters are starting, because I'm really, 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 really upset. Because I didn't get to back this on the first day, so I don't get the cute little chubby kitty sticker.
Well, if you ask nice, maybe we'll give you a kitty sticker. Anyway.
I was going through the Kickstarter and went.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, it's hard to know when you're being annoying and when you're just letting people know about things. So, you know, I do.
You and your brother are never annoying to me.
Okay.
Never.
Well, thanks.
Sometimes I feel like it's actually the reverse, because I'm always like begging you guys, when are you going to be on my show? When are you guys going to do this?
Yeah. Can
I have more of this stuff? So you let me know when I get annoying.
Okay. So far, that's not happened yet.
Okay, good. Then we're both on the same page.
Yeah.
So there it is. There's the little sticker. I'm like, Look at him. He is the cutest thing. All you people who backed on the first day, you are some lucky people. He's like, first day of school, let's go. Which is kind of perfect timing.
Yeah, last year I did a Halloween sticker, again, because it was in October. And I was trying to think of something, end of August. And this was what came up. So I think that the plan will be to do some sort of theme for whatever's going on at the time when the Kickstarter launches.
Oh, and before anybody says anything, because I know y'all going to see this, and you see that it doesn't say that I backed the project. I have 23 days to go, and I don't get paid until this Wednesday. So it's getting backed this Wednesday. Nice try. Trust me. He knows me. I've backed every project that I've done.
Yeah, it'll happen.
It'll happen. I always feel bad when I sit there and I'm like, here, back this project, and it's like I haven't had the money yet to do it. So I will be doing it. Don't you worry.
Yeah, no, I get it. I know how it goes. Yeah.
But yeah, this is cool. I really do like that.
Thank you.
I like the cosplaying thing. It really fits with the whole vibe of, the fact that these guys, are mega social media people.
Yeah, especially It Girl, the character who was cosplaying. She's one of the main characters. She calls herself a superhero influencer.
This girl right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, think of superheroes are your celebrities in today's day and age, and that's exactly what you're getting. So these superheroes are on TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and all the popular little sites, and they're doing their Snapchats and their live streaming. So yeah, it was a real cosplay would be the next thing, because a lot of girls are known for their cosplay, and let's say it girl's a little voluptuous, she would definitely do something like that.
She would definitely do something like that. A lot of real world It girls do stuff like that. So I thought it would only make sense for her to do it in this universe.
I also like the fact that every cover, the basic cover, really kind of focuses on that character. Like, this is really focusing on this one. Now we have what I can't remember. I what's his name?
Warped. Yeah.
Who, trust me, he fits his name.
Yeah. One of the things I wanted to do with the covers is just do like one single character pinup with a different color, like a primary color in the background. And so there will be 6 issues and there are 6 main characters. So I just sort of worked backward from there, figuring out what colors to use and everything. But yeah, that was something I definitely wanted to do. I think when all 6 of them are complete, it's going to look really cool together. I think, the 3 of them look really cool just next to each other too.
Actually, yeah, they really pop. They really do. A lot of people will be like, but everything about her's green, but you're so good at being able to do your shading and your tones that it works well.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that was something I definitely struggled with, was finding the right colors to make sure it still worked. I did, I second guessed it with number 2. That's the one you're talking about, the green one.
With It Girl.
Yeah, with It Girl, just because it was so much green. And I did try other colors just to see, but it was like, no, it's got to be this, and I'll make it work.
I think it's gorgeous. I mean, obviously, I'm always going to love issue 1. 1 is the first one. 2, it's my colors.
Sure. Yeah.
So, got to get those AGP red and blacks in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's really, the colors, you actually found colors which really vibes with their energies.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, again, that was something I was trying to do. And one of the reasons that It Girl is green is because that's the green that I use in my marketing. So it just seemed like the fit for, green for money also, but just it seemed like it, when I think about marketing, I think about the color green. So that just fit with her too.
Which is funny because you look like a blue guy.
Really? I like blue too.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I mean, we all see you look good in it. But it's just funny because, like, we'll take It Girl, for example. you look at It Girl, and there's, even though she is popular, she's still envious of everything. She needs more. She has to have it more. She's
Right.
like Sharpay from High School Musical. She wants it all.
Right. Yeah.
And then money and power, and these are things that are associated with envy, and green is the first color you think of when you think of these things. It really works for her.
Yeah, agreed. Thanks. And some of it, like I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. I just think it just means that I was onto something.
Okay, so I'm thinking really deep into this. I got it.
No, I mean, it's good. I mean, I think that stuff like that, when you're working on something, it sort of takes on a life of its own. And so when other people find meanings and things like that, it just means, for me, it means like, okay, I'm onto something, like that makes sense, and it works.
And I feel so bad for poor Sue. And to tell me again that she's going to fail again at being a hero. Poor Sue. That poor girl.
We're only at the halfway point here. Things could turn around.
But still, poor Sue.
Yeah.
Also, we got Sue. The first thing It Girl's gonna tell you is there's a foundation to cover up your freckles, as cute as they are. You can't have any blemishes on your face.
Yeah, that's another difference between the two characters. I mean, obviously, I like drawing beautiful people.
She is beautiful,
Yeah.
but I like the contrast between the two of them, because she's very, even though she is a gorgeous girl, she obviously comes off as she's the girl next door,
Right.
your everyday girl. She could be me. She could be any other girl that reads this comic, or any dude that reads the comic.
Right.
She can be anybody. But It Girl is your fame and fortune, everything that, me growing up as a kid was like, I need to be that if I ever want to be somebody.
Right. Yeah.
Not realizing that being me is enough.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And maybe Sue will learn that message too.
And that, to me, actually seems like an underlining message you have going through this series.
Yeah. 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 It's very much about, my relationship and experience with social media and just putting myself out there, not, just trying to promote my comics and things. Like everything that we do on the side gig, it's easy to make fun of some people, but we're all still doing it, and sort of just finding that balance between like being true to yourself and selling out, and just exploring all the facets of putting yourself out there.
Oh, I see you got your brother in the comic too. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you noticed that I find you and your brother in every comic that you do?
Yeah.
It's become a thing here somehow.
Well, what is it? Art imitates life. So
yeah. But no, and of course, guys, if you need one reason at all to ever buy this comic, best character ever, Carol.
Yes, it's true. She's great.
Best character ever.
Yeah.
If I ever get an orange cat again, I don't care if it's male or female, it's being named Carol. I've already decided this.
Yeah. I think Carol can be a male name, right? Carol Lewis? Was that somebody? Was that a male?
In today's society, any name could be anything that we want it to be.
That's true.
I mean, I got Wily Kit and Wily Cat mixed up because it always made sense to me that Wily Cat sounded more like the girl and Wily Kid always sounded more like the boy, and then I realized that I messed the two up. Oops. Too bad. Get over it.
Yep. That works.
But yeah. And it's such a great roster of characters.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. God. But yeah, and again, just like this panel right here tells you all you don't even need to read anything. This tells you right here everything you need to know.
Yeah.
About Warped.
And it was challenging finding some preview pages that didn't spoil things. But I thought this had enough action, or a hinting at action, to make it exciting. And there's a lot more in there also.
Yeah, you just instantly know what type of guy he is.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Now wait a minute. Alternate covers.
Yeah. Nate did it. So my brother Nate is also an artist. He did a variant cover. He's done one for every issue so far, and will most likely do one for every issue going forward.
And obviously, he wanted to do the one of him.
And this one I thought was a fun challenge because the character Guy, he's not a superhero, right? He doesn't have powers. And he works for the Hero Corps, which is sort of like the Justice League of this world.
And him and Sue kind of like each other, don't they?
There's a thing.
Okay.
I
was picking that up.
And so the challenge was like how to make an exciting comic book cover with just a normal person who just has a regular job. So I thought it was fun. They just did that, a guy working, like stressing out about work, and then you can just see the superheroes in the background as like a hint of
look at me.
other things going on. Exactly. Yeah.
And he just has this thing of like, could you please get out of my window?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I was a superhero, I'd be a villain and shoot both of you. I mean, that's the expression right there. That's exactly what it is. But I love looking at alternate. Whoa, hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Have you met Steve Messenger?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I actually reached out to him to do some of the trading cards, which we'll get to in a second, and he offered to do a cover also, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to turn that down. So this is one of the characters, Boss Babe. She's just essentially just a background character who I came up with a bio for. But yeah, here's Steve's version of her.
I see that selling out real quickly. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's been popular so far.
That's amazing.
Thank you. That was one thing I started with the last issue, was doing movie homage covers or movie poster homage covers. And, I love the cover. I love the movie poster for Showgirls. Have you seen Showgirls?
Honey, I own it. I'm one of the few people in this world that I understand how bad it is, but I also understand that the movie really does depict that type of lifestyle in Vegas for Showgirls.
Yeah.
So I don't absolutely hate it, and I do watch it on occasion.
Yeah, like I kind of like it. I think it's a weird one. Paul Verhoeven did.
I am so glad I am not alone in this.
No, absolutely. Like I think like, RoboCop works better because you can tell that it's a satire.
Right.
And this one, it's like part satire of sexploitation movies, but then it is also just kind of bad. And I don't know, it's a weird one.
It's bad and it is explicit, but unfortunately, if you know anything about actual showgirl life in Las Vegas, they don't shy away from what actually happens and how quickly they will stab each other in the back, and how you don't get a second to even think about not taking your clothes off. You take it off.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah. Because
it's Vegas. Sex sells and nudity is sex, and do it.
That's comics too.
Yeah. And when I was watching the video and I saw that pop up, I'm like, oh, I hope I get to this cover because I've already picked my cover. That's the cover I'm going for, just so you know.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. The movie poster homages is really fun because I try to, match the typography also. And so it was a lot of fun, and I thought It Girl just fit in that.
Now,
show.
with this, I get both, right? So I still get the original that goes with my other two, but I get this one as well?
That's correct, yeah.
Sold. Done.
Yeah. One of the things, I wanted to make it easy on myself, and I wanted to sort of, reward customers getting variant covers, because let's say you want something different, but I feel like you should still get the main one. And then for me, it's easier, just every package I ship just comes with, a regular cover A also. Like that's just Cover A goes out. Everybody gets the PDF. Those things
Well,
are included with everyone.
Well, first off, I appreciate that because like I didn't get the 2 movie covers the last 2 times. I just got Alter Ego.
Yeah.
So, but this is obviously this sparked me because I'm one of the few people like you that watch the movie, enjoy it for what it is. But I obviously want to also still get the original cover to go with my collection. So no, I appreciate this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is what I'm buying. And then I do like it's sexy Power Rangers.
Basically, yeah. The characters he's cosplaying is actually one of my characters from my book Rock of Pages. But that's
okay. So that is where I have seen. I wasn't quite sure, so I didn't want to say
where it is. And those costumes were inspired by Power Rangers also. So if you just see it as a sexy Power Ranger, like I'm okay with it. Like I get it. It's like 2 steps removed, but I'll allow it.
Well, remember, it's been a while since I've done Rock of Ages. We've mainly been focusing on this and the animal one.
Oh, the WYLD, yeah.
The WYLD.
Yep.
How the hell did I forget the WYLD? That's such a simple name, and yet I forgot it.
Yeah.
So, we've been mainly focusing on these 2 series that it's been a while since we've done Rock of Ages.
Yeah. Well, Rock of Pages ended in 2015, I think, and I haven't.
Yeah, but it's still such a great series.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, the focus is for me. Whenever I talk, it's been about new stuff.
I'm so cute. Look at baby. I love Carol.
Yeah, thank you.
I love Carol.
Yeah, once I've like figured out that character, I was like, oh, this is the best character, like hands down.
I'll be honest. If you don't want any of the covers, because I'm telling you right now, that's a holofoil print.
Yeah, and that's exclusive to the Kickstarter. I will not be selling that at a different date.
Okay, well, how much money am I making that on my site? No. And then there's the T-shirt.
Of course, there's a T-shirt.
Of course, there's a T-shirt. There's a T-shirt for everything. T-shirts and baseball caps.
Yeah, T-shirts are easy.
And then there's your trading card set.
Yeah, the trading card set. I've done one of these with every issue. The reason I did this and the cool thing about it is I work with 4 different artists for the trading card series. So none of this is my art. I colored everything, just got black and white art from the artist. But it's always fun getting 4 different artists to see their renditions of my characters.
Which is funny because I know every one of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, we know we hang in the same crowds. So.
We do.
Yeah,
but that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, hi. How are we? There is no way you finish that giant bone in 25 minutes. There is no way. You're too small.
Anything's possible.
I gave her a bone this big so she wouldn't bother us today. Like right before you showed up, and somehow she's done.
Wow.
Fat dog.
Well, now we just got a background dog.
And then speaking of the WYLD and Rock of Pages.
Yeah, there's an option to get everything, every book that I've worked on.
By the way, no, I know I keep saying this, guys, but seriously, another absolutely great series.
Thank you. Yeah, the WYLD is a collaboration between me and my brother Nate. I'm writing it, and Nate's doing the art. That book is about a world of animals that's been returned to the law of the jungle after the fall of their magical kingdom.
It's amazing.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Great. It's great.
And then the original art.
Yeah. That is going to be nothing but trouble there. I'm sorry. Nothing but trouble. Oh, look at the sneak. I like snakes. And then, oh, wow.
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to do is, I know that how hard things are right now. So I'm very grateful to anybody who can support me in any capacity. Um, my commissions are usually 150. And I wanted to do a lower cost option for anybody, who wanted original art from me, but maybe wasn't able to go for the 150 tier. And then the compromise that I thought of was, I'll draw It Girl in any theme that you want. It can be, your character, It Girl as, in these examples, she's Harley Quinn, a goth, or a like beer garden Oktoberfest girl. So that's, just an option that I think it's benefits both people. Somebody gets a piece of original art and I get to draw my character and post about my character.
Which, again, it's still kind of funny because it still fits into the theme of her as other characters.
Right. Yeah. It's something that, if It Girl was a real person living in the real world, she would probably...
These would be her stills that she would have selling at her table
right.
to sign and take your money.
Right. And she would probably have some option where people can request a character and she would do that or something like that.
All gone, all gone. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow, 145, you get everything?
Yeah, everything aside from the original art, but everything created for this Kickstarter, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. And then the $100.50 commission sketch covers.
Yeah.
Original art, which is always nice to have.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's tons and tons and tons and tons. Like, there's the number 2, which I loved.
Yep.
This is the other cover that I almost bought for Alter Ego 1, because Stray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I almost bought it. Have you played that game? Great game.
I have not played it, no.
Great game, and with the cat being the same color, perfect.
Cool. Yeah, that fits.
It is such a great game. It really is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, when we were looking at the add-ons, one of the things I like doing with the Kickstarter is that, you're able to customize your tier however you want. So pick whichever thing you want, then add on other things that you might want.
Like, instead of having to buy 2 different rewards or something like that, or getting, make it 2 accounts so you could get, like, let's say, I was interested in the hollow foil print of Carol, but I do want the 2 cover comics. I could buy the comics and then I could get the hollow foil print for $25.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I can flip it around and buy that one and then buy my other cover.
Yep.
And if you're missing something, or if you're like me and it's like, well, now I'm going after the comic cover, the movie covers, there's that. Why is my alarm going off? We're already live. No. So yeah, there's an opportunity to catch up on other things. If you're wanting to check out one of the other comics, you can always add those. I highly recommend the WYLD.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I highly recommend it too.
But yeah, it's
and if I did my math right, the cost is the same regardless of which one you pick as an add-on.
I've already done that. You did a good job.
Thanks.
No problem. That's what I do.
Yeah.
So we're getting bookmarks.
Yes, we were fortunate. The campaign was funded in 90 minutes, which is a new record for me. And yeah, we're working our way through stretch goals now. The first 4 we've already unlocked. So I added 4 additional ones. We are getting bookmarks for everybody.
Yay!
And the first 100 backers are getting a trading card from Series 2.
Okay, that'll be me because I get paid on Wednesday.
There you go.
Tuesday night, I'll be able to back it.
Then the reason
I know the money doesn't come out for 23 days. It's just I'm just one of those people until it's in my account and I can balance my checkbook to take it out of my account. I don't like to do it.
No, that's responsible. As much as I want money from everybody should be responsible with their money. So I appreciate you being responsible.
Oh, thank you.
Uh-huh. And yeah, the only reason I limit that to 100 is just because that is, I'm not ordering any additional ones. So it's just based on what I have in stock for those. The next one I'm really excited about. This is new. One of the things that I did with the last Kickstarter was I asked everybody for any requests or anything different they'd like to see with the next one. So now that we're at the next one, a couple of the responses that I heard were people requesting more digital rewards, because if you're just backing as a digital backer, you're just getting the PDFs. You don't get any extra bonuses. Right. So that was one thing I wanted to do. And this PDF I've assembled has some behind the scenes early concept drawings. It basically goes through the process of me creating a cover for the comics. And I have Nate's sketches and Steve's sketch from the cover he did.
Nice.
So it's a cool, just sort of behind the scenes look. And again, it's just a PDF you can look at and look through. I think at some point, once the series is done, I would like to, and once I have all the covers and everything, I'd like to go ahead and print it. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet, if it'll be a separate thing or with a trade paperback or what. But now that I have it started, I want to keep going with it and do something with it.
I think that's kind of cool. So
yeah.
I love the fact that you are taking, you're asking for feedback and you're actually implementing that feedback into the Kickstarter.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I want to make a product that people like. And I want to make it.
Well, that's not a problem. Everybody likes this.
Well, thanks. I want to make it more accessible and just, I want to make it, when you're creating a comic, at least when I'm creating a comic, I'm just locked in a room by myself working on this stuff, and I don't get any feedback until it's out there. So that's why it's important for me to get that feedback and see what people respond to and what people like and what would like differently.
And see, I'm one of those weird people because I'm just like, I'm just happy for what I get. I'm weird like that. It's like, no, you're fine. Everything's great. Because I like I like your guys' stuff. So it's just like, dude, I'm just glad that one, I get to know you guys and I'm honored in the fact that I get to do this with you.
Yeah.
And that, we've become friends and that I honestly, genuinely like your stuff. Because, obviously, I wouldn't give you money if I didn't.
Right. Yeah. No one can be guilted that much.
This is like, because, there have been times, and there was this one person, and I felt so bad. I really did. But they're like, well, why am I never on your show? I was like, dude, look, okay, we're cool. We're friends-ish. Acquaintances, kind of. I don't talk to you outside of anything, but sure. But I'm never gonna have you on my show.
Yeah.
I appreciate you and I understand that you are this creator, but I don't like your stuff.
Yeah.
And because I don't like your stuff, I'm not the type of person that can sit here and go, man, that's great.
Right. Yeah.
Rip my teeth out. I can't be that person.
Yeah.
So, I know that that's kind of bad and sad because as a podcaster and someone who supports other independent people, I'm supposed to be all about all the independent people, but it's really hard for me to get behind something. I'm just like, no.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Like, it's tough. I don't like lying either if I'm not into something. It's easier to just like retweet or like something, just to support somebody. But yeah, to be like interview somebody where you don't like their stuff. Yeah, I don't think I could do that either.
No, it's really hard for me. I'm just like, you know what? Dude, we're cool, but nah, fam. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just can't. My conscience can't sit here and lie to your face.
Right.
trying to tell you how great it is, and then turn around to my audience and my viewers and tell them to spend money on something that I just personally can't support.
Right. Yeah.
You know, there's a difference between not being able to financially support and still want it, and
Yeah.
just be like,
Right.
get my money. No.
Yeah.
So that's one. Okay, so that right there tells you how much I love your stuff.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, I get it. And, it's the same thing being at a convention where, you see other creators and you like them, you talk to them, and you want to support, but it is tough when you know that it's not, either it's not great or it's like offensive. There are those type of people who were try to be edgy, or it's just like gross sexual stuff.
Here's the thing. People could probably be like, oh my God, It Girl's boobs. Or It Girl is the type of person who would go out and inflate her boobs just to be more popular.
Right.
It fits her personality. I mean, here she is cosplaying as Hero Prime. Why? Because she can.
Right. Yeah.
She picks the most sexualized character in the wild to cosplay as. That's who she is. She's every girl you've ever seen at every comic book show that wears the tiniest, skinniest thing to show off as much as she can. The thing is with your characters, you're not trying to over exaggerate because, yes, sex sells. We're not going to lie about that, but you've done enough other content to show that that's not all that you're about. This, on the other hand, it works into the storyline mainly because of her.
Right, exactly. And it is a way for me to, have my cake and eat it too, where I can, have a sexy woman on the cover, and then also sort of make it a commentary about people who just put themselves on display. So it is, it 100% fits her character. So I think that's why, at least personally, that's why I feel okay about it.
So what you all have learned on this one is that Lee wants a green hair woman with big boom booms.
Wouldn't say
no. I mean, it works.
Yeah, it works.
She's just that. I could name so many people, but then I might get slapped with going, how dare you say I'm that? Look, I'm just going based off of what your pictures look like, so I'm not going to actually say any names. But we've seen them everywhere, and a lot of them are rather famous cosplayers. Yeah,
they're cosplayers, or they're just, on TikTok doing challenges.
Instagram girls.
Yeah, exactly.
She's the girl that would be on Twitch. I'm Sue, and I'm trying to do a podcast and letting people know about stuff that's actually out there. It Girl is the girl in the tiniest little string bikini in a hot tub.
Yep, exactly.
Those are your two personalities. So she's drawn absolutely perfect for her personality.
Right, yeah.
I happen to like Sue just because I can relate to her more.
Right.
I get It Girl. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just not pretty enough to be her ever.
I mean, few of us are.
Even if I had a genie and all the money for plastic surgery, I could never be her.
Yeah.
3 wishes and plastic surgery still wouldn't get me there. But I like Sue. Plus, she wears my colors, so.
Yeah, there you go.
She's got black hair. She wears red. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I'll be honest, I hope we get to. I hope we at least get to these. This is really cool, but I really do hope we get to these. I kind of want these 2 things.
I think you stopped sharing your screen.
Oh, there it is.
Presenting.
I hope we get to the next 2.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, we did get stickers of It Girl last time. So I
know. I have them.
Sue. Yeah, I hope we get stickers of Sue to go with her. I think that'd be cool.
I mean, this will be really cool. It really would be, but I want these 2.
Yeah.
As a fan of the WYLD and Sue being my favorite only because she's very relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, second favorite, because I've already mentioned my favorite character. Carol, best character ever, hands down. You
Yep.
can fight me. I need that. Yeah, have you seen that meme where they sit there and they're behind the thing and it's I want to put Carol is the best character in Alter Ego. Change my mind.
Yeah.
Like that needs to be it now.
Yeah.
But no, again, I've already taken a look at the pages. I can already tell that this is going to be another great comic, and I really kick it. And I want to see the fact that I'm going to get more interaction between these two.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is going to be phenomenal. This guy, I'm going to want to just put his face in a blender by the end of it. I'm sure.
Maybe.
Already.
Uh-huh. Yeah, a lot of exciting things happen in this issue. It ends on another cliffhanger, and like I said, it's going to be
6 issues. I had a feeling that was going to happen to me.
Yeah, it is 6. They're already written, so nothing's going to change drastically. And I have a decent start on the art on the next issue 4 also. So the story is for sure happening, is for sure finishing, beginning, middle, and end. And I'm excited to get it out there.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the other things that's really great about knowing of backing your stuff is it's gonna happen. You know, there have been people. I've been one of them that has been burned by a creator. I think I spent like $70 on their Kickstarter back in 2012, 2013. I still don't have it.
Yeah. I've been burned by Kickstarters too. I totally get it. We might have been burned by the same one.
He even was like, "Oh, I'm working on it. I just had to go on this vacation here, and I had to go on this vacation there, and honey, if you had time to go on vacation, you had time to finish your book to send it to me."
Yeah, that's awful.
No.
I hate it because it brings the whole whole self-publishing industry down. Like if you don't have that trust. But yeah, all my books have shipped on time. I've been self-publishing comics since before Kickstarter. I just don't know how to not do this. So I'm just going to keep making comics and getting them out there.
And like I said, you have great comics. Rock of Pages was my introduction into you.
Yeah.
And it's very, very self-reflective for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It was my first comic. It was semi-autobiographical. And that's basically, for me, that's how I learned to make comics. It was it was my grad school.
And then, you know, I've seen you progress, and now here we are with the WYLD and Alter Ego, and, you know, I get to see you at shows, and I've seen your artwork over the years progress, and good job.
Thank you. No, I really appreciate that. I do feel like, you know, everything I do is better than the last thing that I did. So I feel like that's a good trajectory to be on.
You really have grown. I love the fact that the Alter Ego actually fits underneath the two of us.
Yeah, that is good.
But no, seriously, I mean, your work is phenomenal. And it's not just, you know, this is, you know me, I don't just like to toot people's horns. I like to express exactly how I feel. Obviously, I've thought into more depths on some of the colors of some of the characters than you thought I possibly ever would.
That's true.
So, I mean, obviously, I'm very invested into these series.
Yeah.
I've grown to love these characters. Obviously, if I was thin enough, I would love to cosplay a Sue's character from the cover of the first one. You know, 44-year-old Sue with her walker. No. I finally made it as a superhero. No. But, you know, it's not just, you know, an entertaining story. It's not just really pretty pictures. You have this great, you and your brother have this ability to make really great worlds. You have artwork, which I've told you guys this many times before, and I'll say this again. You have artwork that explains so much without any words. You guys could pull off a silent comic easy.
Yeah, that's definitely something I want to do sometime because, yeah, that's something that I think the benefit is that, you know, I'm a writer and an artist, so I'm able to, I get it, I think. You know, when I'm drawing the comic, I think about what is actually being said in that panel and figure out, what does somebody look like when they're saying this thing, or what exact emotion. Sometimes it's even like what letters are their mouth is their mouth forming, when they're saying these things.
Like when they say letters,
Yeah.
Is it a letter? Like, is it a letter or is it a letter? And it's really kind of interesting because eyebrows move, the way the lips curl.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I would love to do a silent issue. I think I just I'll have to find the right place for it. But yeah, definitely that's on my bucket list to do a silent issue of something sometime.
Sold. But I think that's one of the things that, intrigues me. When I find stories, not just of the characters, but the backgrounds, the worlds, it's something that I can completely dive into and see this world, and not only just see it on the comic pages, but I'm just one of those people that if I can see that, I can see this as an animated series. And so, when it transcends for me, that's when I really get involved into it. And Alter Ego and the WYLD are both of those things. Both of those would make great animated shows.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I wouldn't say no to that. But I think, one of the things you were touching on, I love superheroes, and I wanted to do a superhero book. But I didn't want to just make like my version of Spider-Man or my version of Batman. It seems like, throw a brick in Artist Alley and somebody has a book about that's just the same thing you've read before, just with a different coat of paint. And I wanted to, the stuff that I do, I want to have it say something else, be something different at least. So with Altered Ego especially, it was like, what I kept coming back to was like, what would real people do if they had powers? Like in real life, what would they do? And that's what I came to, was most people would just make dumb YouTube videos, right? Like
they'd be Hancock.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, even without getting into like that level of destruction, like you have laser eyes, right? Like you could rob a bank, you would get in trouble with the cops, you would go to jail. You could try to stop crime, but you're not bulletproof, like you could die that way. Or you could like shoot cans in your backyard on a live stream and get people like to monetize it, And that's where my mind went. I was like, I think that's what most people would do. So then just thinking about like what the world would be like if the vast majority of people with powers are just trying to be famous, or just, trying to make a living with their powers. And in this case, the easiest way to do that is to be on social media.
Which is why It Girl always has her phone.
Exactly. And her tits out.
Pretty much. It was funny because you started talking about laser eyes, and I'm going, okay, what would somebody with laser eyes do? Here, let me heat up the bathtub or the hot tub. Oops.
Yeah.
A little too hot. My bad.
Yep.
Because there's got to be one out there that's trying to do trick shots and messes it up all the time. There is.
Yeah.
There has to be one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no. I think that's also the great. Like I said, you built this world. You didn't just do a Superman comic, or what if Superman was born over here? What if Superman was raised this way? No, you have original characters. And let's face it, I mean, yeah, you're gonna see characters with superpowers that you've seen before. There's only so many superpowers in the world, people.
Right.
That you're gonna have to get over.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, let's face it, if you would have to take any comic book character in the world that has been created to today's day and age, the Flash would come closest as to being somebody who would jump on the social media bandwagon. Him and Booster Gold.
Yeah, I was going to say Booster Gold for sure.
Booster Gold and him. I could see Dr. Doom doing it just to bring money to his country.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. My
Yeah.
great plan. I'm waiting for the villain. My evil plan. Welcome to the villain monologue channel on YouTube. Oh, great. Here we go. I mean, actually, that's a great idea for a YouTube channel.
I can see that.
That's actually a really great idea for you. Thanks. Thanks, Lee. Thanks for popping that idea in my head. I've got work to do. No. Once a week, you come up with a villain monologue to put up on YouTube for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be great. Oh, that'd be so great.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, my idea, if I see that, I just went thanks to AGP. All right, that's all I need. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for royalties. I just want to see my name somewhere.
Okay. If I use that, I'll credit you.
No, you lay down. You know, most evil villains have a cat. I get a Chihuahua.
Yeah. I mean, you can still be evil with a Chihuahua.
I mean, it's a Chihuahua. Even though we found out. So you want a funny story? I know this has nothing to do with the comic, but here's a funny story. This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what she's afraid of? A fly.
Wow. That's pretty sad.
Yes. Yes. Okay. You are so spoiled.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Superheroes get to put their tits out and have their phones all the time. I use a dog to get my views. No.
Yeah, that works too.
But no, seriously. Guys, everybody out there, if you have not backed it, I highly recommend backing this. If you have the ability and you haven't gotten issues 1 or 2, I highly recommend grabbing those while you're at it. Take a look. Don't forget that he has add-ons down here, so you can add on anything that you need if you want multiple stuff. That's one of the things that I've enjoyed with Kickstarter as it progresses. People's like, okay, people want more than just this one reward. So now being able to do these add-ons is a really great way.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing that was new about Kickstarter this time for me, at least since the last year, is there are images in the actual reward now.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lot more work, but I think it's a way better experience. So you see what you're getting. You don't have to refer back to the middle column.
Right. You can just go down and be like, okay, where is it? Where is it? Because like I could just scroll down this way and be like, and bam, there it is.
Yep.
That's all I have to do. And it tells you all the items that you get, how many backers it has, tells you where it ships, and when you plan on getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I'll get it after Christmas. Boo! No. No, seriously, guys. This, if you like one. For people who would be interested in this comic, people who like superheroes, people who like good stories, people who like to make fun of those big-titted cosplay girls or those hot tub streamers, because, man, you are going to hate It Girl and you're going to love hating her every bit of the way.
Yeah.
For that underdog story, it's got something for everybody. And I think that's something that you really have this knack for. I don't know if you go out of your way to do it, but your stories connect to so many different people.
No, I mean, that's definitely something I've considered more with more work that I've done. Like Rock of Pages was very much for myself. And so I just sort of wanted to, get outside and make the stories appeal to a broader audience, but also just get more like I mentioned, being accessible, but just like getting more perspective on more other people's perspective and tell stories that don't 100% align with mine, but are still inspired by my life.
Oh, yeah. And guys, and of course, if you're in a situation like I am, you can't afford it right now. You've got 23 days left to go. And of course, if it's just something that you're unable to do whatsoever, we totally understand. Do a favor, go ahead and go over to the page and make sure that you share it, because sharing helps just as much and shows your support to the creator as much as being able to back the project.
Yeah, absolutely. Share, like, follow, retweet, whatever they call it on Threads.
So, I don't know what they call them on Threads. I'm just waiting for Threads to come to PC.
Yeah, it is just on phones.
It's just mobile, and I don't do mobile really well.
Okay.
But the moment he moves it to PC, screw you, Twitter X. Seriously, that's all I'm waiting for is Threads to come to PC so I can multitask with Gym City Champion and AGP. And goodbye.
Yeah.
Because, done. But yeah, the name of the Kickstarter is Alter Ego Blocked. So make sure that you check that out. And that could be a little bit of foreshadowing within the title.
Well, maybe do something.
And then, of course, guys, you follow Lee. Just follow his name, at Lee Xopher. He made it very easy on every social media platform to find him, which is a very smart and brilliant idea because, man, when you're trying to find people and they have 14 million different names,
it's rough.
Just like, I give up.
Yeah.
So, no, I appreciate the fact that for you, everything is at Lee Xopher.
Yep.
And it is Xopher, okay? Who was it? Someone was like, have you met the Xopher brothers? And I went,
yeah. Everybody does it.
You don't know them that well, do you?
Yeah.
Because somebody actually did make a comment. They're like, you pronounced his name wrong. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I didn't. Because I remember the very first time I had you on the show. Is it Xopher or Xopher? Xopher. Got it.
It's a hard X. Pronounce the X.
Hard X.
X is the coolest letter.
Next to AGP. What? Personal plug. Come on. It is my show. I have to do it.
Yeah.
But no, guys, seriously, if you get an opportunity, back this. It's a great comic, great characters, great storyline, great world building, and it's a lot of entertaining. And there's a lot of relatable characters on there, plus Carol the cat.
She's pretty relatable, too.
She's the greatest thing ever on the face of this planet. And, and of course, as always, don't forget to share it. And Lee, is there anything else that you like to say before we end this, babe?
No, just thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure as always.
It is my honor.
Yeah, feel free to just, like you said, follow, share, pass it along, anything helps. And I appreciate any support you can give.
And of course, for those of you in there, if you are wanting to run over to the Kickstarter, I'm just going to go ahead and put that link right there for you so you can go ahead and hit on it. Because I know most of you watch till the end and then you go over to the Kickstarter. And then for those of you on YouTube, I'll make sure that I have the Kickstarter link in the description for you when you guys get to watch this on Wednesday. That's when I'm going to post this on YouTube.
For them, it'll be today, right?
Huh?
For them, it'll be today.
Yeah, but it'll be today, but today will be Wednesday when you get to see this.
Today, Wednesday. For the YouTube.
At least now you know when it'll be on YouTube.
Perfect.
Because let's see, Monday, I don't drop videos on Monday. Tuesday is already booked, so I'm gonna quickly download this, get it cleaned up with the audio, and put it straight up on YouTube for Wednesday for you.
Awesome.
Get it out there as quickly as possible, so there's more and more days for people to get behind the comic and the Kickstarter for you.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my buddy Lee Xopher everywhere. He's on Instagram. He's on Twitter. Yes, we're still calling it Twitter. We don't care. He's on Facebook. Don't you have a website?
I do. LeeXopher.com.
There you go.
There you go.
So make sure you go check him out. And, of course, don't forget to check out Alter Ego. And maybe even get a chance to go check out the WYLD. I know we'll get back to that comic eventually.
We will.
And that's another one that we absolutely love. On that note, thank you guys so much for watching. We greatly appreciate you. And we'll see you all on the next one. Bye.